Your first title fight week. Just what's kind of the energy like now that you're here, and it's just days away now.
I'm really enjoying it. I'm really happy, and well, this is just like a normal fight week for me. I feel ready now.
You did a face off on the waterfront with Amanda there. She has all the belts and stuff. Like, is that just a nice last reminder and bit of motivation of what you're fighting for this week?
Yeah, for sure. We have seen each other. It's the second time we face off, and yeah, it's a motivation to see the belt on her, and knowing that I'm able to win that and to now to have my own picture with that belt.
And people kind of on those face-offs have pointed to your size a lot, and when they're comparing the two, do you see that to her? Like, do you feel like you're the bigger fighter and that can play the impact in the fight?
Well, yeah, I've been always one of the biggest fighters in the division, and yeah, I feel in a good shape. Training camp was really good. I'm physical, on my best shape ever, and yeah, I feel strong. I feel nice, and I think that's going to be an advantage for me.
What do you just make of Amanda at this point in her career? Like, she had the loss to Juliana for her first one in a very long time, and she rebounded, but she's admitted that she thought about retiring after that fight. Like, do you feel like she is maybe as invested in the sport right now as you are, who's like obviously very driven to get that title?
Oh, definitely. I'm very hungry for the title. I'm very focused on that, and that's my main and only goal now in my life. And I don't know what's on her mind. Maybe I don't know if she wants to retire or not, and we'll never know how mentally it's the other fighter going to come. But I'm expecting that her best version, and I'm thinking that she's going to, if she wants to retire, she's going to want to retire as a champion. So I'm not taking it in the easy way. I'm not seeing that. I'm expecting her best version, and that's it.
And we see it a lot in these scenarios when a fighter like yourself could beat a dominant champion like herself. She'd probably get an immediate rematch. Is it your expectation that you're going to have to not only beat her once, but probably twice in a row?
Yeah, we don't know. I'm focusing on winning this fight. I don't know about what's going to happen next. If it's the case, I'm sure we can make a rematch. But yeah, let's see what happens first in this fight.
And then in the front, right here. Amanda's obviously, she's been champ pretty much her whole UFC career. I know she had the hiccup against Juliana, but she got it back in her next fight. So I'm curious, were there moments maybe when you weren't preparing, you didn't have a fight lined up, that you were mentally preparing to fight Amanda throughout your career?
Yeah, I've been watching Amanda for a long, long time. I have always have her in mind. I have always prepared for her. It's not just this training camp. I have prepared for her for a long time, and actually, especially when I won to Kathleen Vieira, I thought it was a possibility to get a call for the belt, because she was number ranked two. She was undefeated, and by her credentials, I know that it was a possibility. So since then, I was planning already training for Amanda just in case.
So looking back throughout those years, how have you seen her development and growth as a fighter, or is she still kind of relatively the same fighter, she just kind of got improved all around?
Oh, we see her that that she has been improving. Um, she added the southpaw game to her tools, and well, as a fighter, if you're not improving, what are you doing here? And she has done it. She has been improving in every fight. She had a little slide down with Juliana, but she came back better. So I'm expecting her best version.
Well, speaking of that southpaw, when she did fight Juliana, she came out, kind of threw her off by switching stances. When you were watching that, what did you think when you saw her come out southpaw?
We thought that, yeah, she adapted that to her game plan, and we thought it was good. It didn't scare us. If the fight was going to come sooner or later, it didn't scare us because we always train in the gym with the both guards, with southpaw and the normal guard. So yeah, I'm prepared for that too.
And final one for me, a lot of fans and pundits they label Amanda as just the greatest combat sports, the female athlete, not just MMA, but boxing, Muay Thai, everything. So I'm curious how you view her legacy in combat sports.
My legacy? Her legacy? Oh yeah, for me she is the greatest of all time. For me she is, and that's what makes it even more great for me to being able to have this opportunity against her, to be one of the greatest. I respect her. It's an honor for me. And yeah, but as much as I respect her, for me, in this fight, I'm coming with the mentality of winning, and it's not kill or die in that fight. For me, it's kill or kill, and that's it. But it doesn't take off the honor that I have and the respect I have for her.
Irene, over here, right here, just kind of where you were, right there. Do you remember where you were and when you found out that you got the title shot? Do you remember that moment when you got the news?
Yeah, for sure. I was training in my gym, in Lobo Gym. I was just ending my wrestling jiu-jitsu session. I was 2 weeks from fighting Raquel Pennington, so I was ending training camp for Raquel Pennington, and we were just finishing the session and saw my phone, and I saw Mick Maynard call, and I returned the call, and he was like, "Okay, we gotta say this to you. Juliana is injured. She broke her ribs, and we wanted to offer you to fight Amanda in her place." And I was like, "Okay, so Raquel is out? Yeah, Raquel is off. Okay, oh great, yeah, we're in. Oh yeah, so we need you in 2 days in New Jersey to make the press conference." So it was really crazy. So one day I was preparing to fight Raquel, and the next day I was fighting for the world title against Amanda, the greatest. And yeah, it was really crazy, but it was awesome.
How inspiring was it to see your teammate Alexa Grasso win the flyweight title?
Very inspiring. It's a great motivation for me seeing her accomplish that, and not just accomplishing, but the way she accomplished that. She shined that night. She won to another one of the greatest in of times. Valentina Shevchenko is not an easy fight, as we all know that, and how she did it and how she managed all this, and it was awesome. It was great to see that.
And someone I know who's going to be spending more time at your gym, Lupe Godinez, who's actually from here.
Yeah.
She trains here as well. Just how impressed have you been with her run in the UFC, someone that I know has done quite well recently?
Oh yeah, she's doing great. We are glad to have her here in the team now. She's coming soon to Mexico, and I think she made a great decision in coming with us, and she get really get along with all the team. She's going to be representing Mexico really, really good. She already has, but I know that here is going to have much more improvements, and I know we're going to have another world title in her.
And last question for me, what do you think of Vancouver so far?
Oh, it's awesome. I love Vancouver. I never have been here before. I never knew Canada before. I'm really excited to be here. It's beautiful. I'm enjoying it.
Irene, just to your left here. You mentioned Alexa's win over Valentina, and when you think about it, Valentina and Amanda Nunes, for a long time, the faces of their divisions, a rivalry between them. When you and Alexa talk about how far the two of you have come and how now she has dethroned one of the greatest of all time, and now it's your turn, what are some of the conversations the two of you have together?
When she got to Guadalajara after her fight with Valentina, she went to my home and showed me her belt, and the first thing she said was, "You're next." And I was, "No, this is your time, congratulations, and you're next." And the was great to see her like that, and yeah, we look back, we have been looking back all this time, and yeah, it has been a long journey, and it's nice that we have shared this together, we have lived this together almost in the same time, and we made our MMA debuts together, Invicta debuts together, and now we're almost in the same path for the belt together, almost in the same time, just months on difference. But yeah, it's been great to share this with her.
And just one more for me. Obviously, it's been a banner year for Mexico. Brandon Moreno completes his quadrilogy. Yair Rodriguez is headlining International Fight Week. When I talk to you and all of these fighters, there's just such an immense pride to be representing Mexico and to be having so much success. What is it about the Mexican culture that has you as fighters so happy to represent your country?
Me personally, it's I see someone else's success, and it gives me strength. When Brandon won, I was so excited, so motivated. I cried when Jair won. I cried too, and I was so motivated. Then Alexa also cried, and I was so motivated. And I don't know. It's something about Mexican DNA that we love combat sports. We have a great history in boxing. We have great teachers in Canelo, in Chavez, in Barrera, and those amazing fighters. I don't know. We like the fight. We love the heat of the fight. We're not going backwards. We're always going forward, and we have a lot to learn from them. And I think those fighters represent all of Mexicans' heart, not just fighters, but all the people, all Mexicans have that in their DNA, in their hearts. That we're really, really passionate about things.
Right here.
Just to build on that, what's the fan reaction been like at home to Alexa and the other champs and yourself? Are the fans in Mexico getting more behind MMA?
Oh yeah, I've been having a lot of support from Mexico, more than I thought I would have, and it's been really nice to see all the messages, all the support. My coaches tell me to leave the phone alone, but I love to see all the messages. It fulfills me really nice, and yeah, they have been supporting us very well.
So UFC Mexico 2024, we hope?
I hope so. Yeah, definitely.
Last one for me. I mean, when you look at Amanda's loss to Juliana, do you read much into that? I know she said she had some things going on before that fight, and she did come back and avenge it. But do you see things from that fight that you feel you can build on?
Oh yeah, for sure. There's I study a lot of her fights. I can take some information from that fight, from her losses, from her winnings. I knew that she wasn't 100% there in that fight, and I understand that because it happened to me also. But yeah, we could take a little of every fight of her.
Sorry, when you say it happened to you also, when did it happen to you? What were the circumstances?
For the Holy Home fight, I got COVID and I got a fracture, and there are some things that happened before the fight that didn't help me, and yeah, I didn't recover well from COVID, and I got negative from COVID just 1 week before going to Holy Home fight, and yeah, it affected me. It's not an excuse. I fought the best version of Holly, and not taking away anything from her, but I know how it feels to go in there not being at your 100%.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Question here. In an earlier episode of Embedded this week, you talked about how you have a vision of you and Grasso getting a picture taken together, both with a belt each. I was wondering, is visualization something you've done a lot throughout your career? And do you have a vision for what's going to happen on Saturday night?
Yeah, for sure. We have a photo of both of us holding a belt from a company in Mexico, from a league, an MMA league in Mexico, where we started our careers. And yeah, I see we looked so little in that picture, so young, and I know that we're going to make the photo again, but with the UFC belts, definitely.
One more thing from the side. First off, welcome to Vancouver.
Thank you.
Aside from looking at Amanda as your opponent, can I just ask you to look at her career, her body of work, how she's been a champion, what she has meant to the female side of the MMA world? Can you just talk about that respect level as opposed to fighting her on Saturday?
Well, yeah, she has done an amazing things for MMA, for women's MMA. She has accomplished everything that a fighter could accomplish ever, and she has fought the best of the best, and she has shown us that. Well, she has deserved this title, and well, she has been here for a long time. She has a lot of experience. She has nothing more to prove, I think, and yeah, I have nothing but respect for her.
You talked about the Mexican fighters, be it boxers or MMA fighters. Do you feel in your country now the culture is more receptive to see women like yourself having the kind of success and being praised for it, to have that kind of a career?
Yeah.
Because it's always been male-dominated in your country, correct?
Yeah. For our culture, it's not normal to see women fighting. And it was hard at the beginning because we were questioned about why are we doing this? If you're a girl, you look so nice, where do you want to be hit? And we were defending the idea that it's not that I like to be hit, it's like this sport is part of my evolution and for all women's evolution. And it doesn't make me less of a woman to being able to fight, and it makes me stronger and makes me, I don't know, it makes me more confident. And I love mixed martial arts. Give us more than just punches. It gives us a nice a knowledge of how you can connect your mind and your body, and how to control yourself, and also the history of all the martial arts that are involved in MMA. It's very interesting, and Mexico is already getting open to the idea, and we have more support from our people. And I believe this is going to be a big potential sport in Mexico.